That's how we began this program 5 years ago. We said to ourselves, let's give students weapons, big weapons, and let's send them out on behalf of charity. And I'm not even sure that knives and charity go together very well. Knives and children definitely didn't go. But when we began talking about cancer and cutting out cancer. Maybe that sort of made some sense at the time. But, you know, to the dean and to the other individuals that supported us 5 years ago, it really is an impressive thing that they had the faith and the confidence in all of you, and I guess ultimately in me to say, give it a try. 5 years later, you've accomplished phenomenal things. We're going to talk and show you some graphs, and we're going to give you some indication of just how much you've been able to accomplish, not only this year, but over the 5 years that we've been doing this program. Essentially, the idea was you cannot teach people to do certain things in business without giving them some real skills. It is impossible to learn to sell by reading a textbook. So we did some role plays and we did some other things, but it wasn't as good as facing rejection, getting out there, actually meeting clients, prospecting, and doing all those horrible things that you've done this term, but you've learned so much in the process. The goal was to introduce you to the idea of experiential learning, but to do it in even a more powerful way, and to introduce you to the idea of giving back at the same time. So while you do well, you also do good for your community, and you've done some phenomenal things for the community at the same time. I've mentioned we began a number of years ago, and the very first year that we did this program, we sold 2 products. We sold a set of shears and a fisherman's solution. Wasn't very exciting, wasn't very dynamic, but we managed to make it work with one class of students, and we raised a fair amount of money given what we had accomplished at that point in time. As we move forward through the years, you see what, you know, the year that we've taken off here, which was 2009, maybe that was smart on our part, given that the economy was down and other types of things. It just so happened that I was on sabbatical. But the last time we offered this course, we set a record. We raised $43,000 for Children's Wish Foundation. We had 64 students in the class at that point in time. We had 2 families that we supported their wish, and we sent them to Walt Disney World. Even with 2 families that we supported the wish of, we have never undertaken a wish as large as this wish that we've undertaken this year. To have the Van Dalen family going to Hawaii, as many people as there are in this family, and as exciting and as big as this wish is, this is a scary wish for our students to take on. We're raising a lot of money, or hoping to raise a lot of money. And I know you want to know what's behind there, but that really would make for a great day if we just showed you the check. So we're going to wait. We're going to do some other things first so that you just kind of, you know, you're teased a little bit. Good marketing, right? Okay, so I want to take everybody back to what this course is all about. We begin by handing out students, as we said, these sample kits, sets of knives. They get a product training day. And basically, from that point forward, we let them loose to figure it all out on themselves. We basically say, this is what the real world is like. And it's a crazy thing that we endeavor to do. My office still smells. We've been phenomenally successful, but the only reason we're successful is that we have a great cause. And we have a wonderful family that we're supporting. So what I'd like to do, and I don't know if Tiffany made it or not. No? Tiffany didn't make it. So Amanda, if you could come on up. If you can come on up too. So if I can get you guys to stand on either side of that check. I don't want you to rip it yet. Don't rip it yet. Everybody needs to get all set. Okay, so this is the biggest of all big checks. The best we've ever done. So if you guys want to help me out, that would be awesome. Just rip away. Oh, that's a good tease. I like that. To have Jason Evanson come on up from Children's Wish, and I'd like to have him talk a little bit about what this means to Children's Wish, and then later we're going to meet Ed and family.
Holy cow! That is incredible. You know, it's been a few years that Derek and the crew have been at this, and year after year we're so impressed by the work of the students in this program, by the support that's provided by Vector Marketing and Cutco. by the university as a whole, and of course the Haskayne School of Business. Derek mentioned earlier that he feels very proud about the work that you've done. And I can tell you without any hesitation that the foundation is incredibly proud to be partnered with this group of people. What you've done over the years to raise money for our organization has put you in a very elite group. In 2008, we presented representatives of this program with an invitation to join something called Rory's Pride. And this is the upper echelon of givers within the Children's Wish Foundation. It's people, individuals and groups that have raised in excess of $100,000 over their time. And with the amount of money that you are presenting to date, this puts you, I think, just a little bit north of $150,000, at least in that neighborhood. And there are so few people out there that have the capacity or the willingness to support any organization at that level. And so when you leave here today, you need to know that you're doing something that's exceptional. It's exceptional because of what you've been able to achieve on the sales front and academically, but also exceptional because of the gift that you're providing to the Van Dellen family and so many other children as well. As you know, this year will...
And for families like us, going to nice places and doing the things that a lot of folks take for granted is just not something in our agenda. So without the organizations like Children's Wish and other charities that support families like us, these things wouldn't happen. So we're very, very thankful for that relationship that we have with the Children's Wish, and also to the UFC for what they've done here. It's a great program. Tell all your friends who are underclassmen who want to do this, and let's see if we can get 2 classes a semester. What do you think? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
To really give kudos to the man that spearheads this initiative. Selling smiles as a concept is very impressive, and the work that you do here will expand across the country and perhaps North America. And Derek, your vision and your leadership has taken this program to the heights that it's at now, and we're so thankful that you've elected to not just support the Children's Wish Foundation, but to demonstrate to the students here at the university why philanthropy is important, and to give them the tools to make a tangible impact within the community. So thanks.
Where's the program going? Well, 2 years ago we launched the program in the United States, and it's now in some form at Illinois State University. They copy our program directly. We were at Michigan State University, and we're having some problems having a second iteration, but in their first iteration they raised over $21,000 US for the Make-A-Wish Foundation in the United States, which was a phenomenal accomplishment. We have more schools that are interested in Canada. We're now looking at colleges because there are not a lot of universities in Canada that actually even teach sales. So we're a little bit unique at Haskayne. We're a little bit more experiential than many of the universities. But when we find somebody that's interested in sales, Sherry, Dickey, and I are sort of all over them like peanut butter and jam, trying to find out if they would be interested in this program. Because the more children we can help and the more students we can expose to this program, the better it's going to be.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, and the dreams that you dream of once in a